So Czech archaeologists have uncovered the tomb of a woman that has been named Khentakawess III, because two previous queens with the same name have been already identified. And her name and rank are inscribed in the tomb. She's believed to be from the Fifth Dynasty. They've dated it to, they dated to the Fifth Dynasty. They found 30 utensils, 24 made of limestone and 4 made of copper. The Fifth Dynasty, for those of you who don't know, is 2994 to 2345 BCE, according to some. Of course, there's people who date the dynasties different, and, well, it's a long story. So anyway, when you look at, I'm going to show you the pictures from this dynasty, and they show you quite clearly African features that are similar to the Sphinx. A lot of people will try to say, well, you know, they were African but not sub-Saharan African, which is not quite the truth. They were not sub-Saharan African in the sense that Egypt is not in sub-Saharan Africa, but they have the same DNA as sub-Saharan Africans, basically. African Great Lakes, West Africa, South Africa. And the reason why I tell you this is even as late as the Amarna pharaohs, as I've mentioned in my other videos, they have DNA that shows that this is the case. And you see these features. But it's quite tricky because the way that Egyptians are, in many cases they have this beard coming off, and the way they're drawn in hieroglyphics, as I will show you in another picture, also seems to throw people off. But one thing you have to understand is that, you know, I'm not racist, first of all. You know, the Berbers were there. There's evidence in the Middle Kingdom around 1600 BC, I think, where they had their own part of town. Later on, you know, the Greeks were there, Ptolemy, Soter, and all the way down to Cleopatra, the Greeks and the Romans. So there was also in the Temple of Say, it said that there was inscriptions that have to do with Greek mercenaries that were there. What race the Greeks were back then, I don't think anybody knows, but it shows that there was Europeans even as far back as the first dynasties of ancient Egypt serving as mercenaries. So everybody, you know, has a role in ancient Egypt, but I strongly believe, and all the evidence I've seen has pointed to, that the religion is a black African religion that predates Egypt by thousands of years. It could go back as far as 70,000 years ago, because they found this python head that was dated to about 70,000 years ago. And of course, the worshipping of snakes, and the snake being an integral part of the Egyptian religion, would suggest that there is some kind of connection, this evolution of the snake aspect of spirituality. You know, it's basically religion evolves, you know, and the ancient Egyptian religion didn't just come down from nowhere. It came in steps, and it cultivated for a while. It was cultivated for a while, and it became to an epic conclusion that propagated across all of Egypt and the Middle East. And in the end, what you had was the pyramids from the 4th, 5th dynasty, Khufu in the 4th dynasty, and you know, the pyramids of Giza, the bent pyramid, the hanging pyramid. You just saw that the religion was expressing itself in tombs and statues and burial sites and cities and temples and buildings and hieroglyphics and what was called the meta-neter, you know, the scripts of the gods, the neters, the sacred writings of the gods. So that's pretty much all I want to touch on. I went a little longer than I was supposed to, so I'll end it there, show you the pictures, and upload it. Thank you.